Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sosa Food and you're in Memory Lane. Now this is the channel where we talk about childhood memories. Memories as they were going back into the 60s, the early 60s when I was born, and a little bit, coming into the 70s and a little bit of the 80s somewhat, but generally speaking, 60s and 70s. All right? Now, today, I want to talk about, some of the stuff we used to do as kids. I grew up in a rural community in Jamaica. And when it comes to summer holidays, the hot summer, we're out of school for 2 months, nothing much to do. We start to do all kind of little pranks here and there, get ourselves involved in all kind of little stuff that we shouldn't have gotten ourselves into, because like they say, the devil find work for idle hands. Anyway, I didn't get in trouble, but I want to talk about the fact that, as kids, trying to keep, occupied and entertained over 2 months, we end up doing all kind of adventurous stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. So there were a lot of us around the community, a lot of young boys, a lot of us. And it was a fruitful community, right? Lots of fruits, citrus, all kind of fruits, man. Everything, The only thing that we never had much in our community was mango. And I think that was because that year was a little bit too cold for mangoes, right? We had a few trees here and there, and they would, bear a few, but nothing significant. But apart from that, man, we had everything. Sweet sap, sour sap, star apple, red apple, custard apple. We have tangerine, grapefruit, Artanique. Man, we have, name it. Name the fruit that you can find in Jamaica. We had it in our village. So on this hot summer day, I recall we were out and about, and we scavenging here and there, walking over the place. We would find ripe jackfruits, and we would sit and we would congregate in places and make a feast, have a jackfruit feast, jackfruit feast. And when there's no jackfruit, it would be tangerine, but there would be some kind of fruit in season. And we just walk around. It's a long summer. Parents can't always find chores to give us to do, so we would just move around the community. We would be playing cricket. We were playing, other games. We might be flying kite. All kind of stuff, man. Or we might have gone to mango bush, so we never had mangoes. So we'd go out in search for mangoes. Yeah. So I can recall that on this day, this hot summer day, we decided that we were going to explore this cave in the community, right? I can't recall how many of us were part of the group. We were just young teenagers then. Maybe I wasn't even a teenager then. Maybe I was about 12 or so, 11, 12. Yeah. But we decided we were going to explore this cave. It was a scorching day, man. Temperature outside was about maybe 32 to 35 degrees. I can recall that a drought might I think we were in a short drought too, but it was a hot summer day. So we congregate and we met and we decided we kind of decided how we're going to do it. We got a few bottle torches, back home what we call bottle torch. We would get some soda bottles and we would pour kerosene fuel in it. We use a wick made of maybe newspaper and, stuff it, and, we just shake it until the wick gets saturated with oil, and then we just, use a match and light it. So we made a couple of bottle torches because we knew it was going to be dark. And we went down into this gully area, and we proceeded to get into the cave. Now, this cave was not the typical cave where you just walk in. It was not like a level playing field, so to speak. It was one of those caves that you had to go down, and there were the twists and the turns as you go down. That's how it was. You had to be very careful going inside this cave. So we went in. I can't recall how many of us were on that trek that day. Yeah, but I was kind of the coward one. I stayed at the back because, man, I was always skeptical about these places. But anyway, so we went in, man, and remember what I said earlier? It was a hot, scorching summer day. But when we went into this cave, man, we went down and we went down. We passed some huge boulders, rocks. They just, like balancing on each other like this. So we went in and with the bottle torches. And when we got in, you'd be surprised how different the temperature was inside. The place was all, the inside of the cave, it felt damp. It felt almost wet, the atmosphere inside. And man, it was a sight to behold. We couldn't see, far in terms of a good distance around us because, these bottle torches, they did not cast enough light to be able to see out into the distance, right? But we reached a point where we stopped as we went down, and we decided that we're not going to go any further. I think one person had a lighter, a cigarette lighter or something. Or I think it was just matches, but we decided to blow all the torches out. Yeah, man, you couldn't even see your hands. You couldn't even see your hands in front of your face. That was how dark it was inside. And anyway, we lit back the bottle torches, and we one of the guys found a rock, and he threw the rock, and for maybe a second or three, let's say about no, I don't want to exaggerate. He threw the rock, and we could hear the rock made a splash in water. And then maybe 3 to 5 seconds, we heard the rock hit rock bottom, so to speak. It reached the bottom of where it was, and this ricochet, or this, I don't know how to describe it, but we could feel the sound waves of the rock throughout the cave. And we said, whoa. It was, the first thing that came to mind was, whoa, there is water down here. I mean, we were actually going through a drought, and there is water somewhere down there in this place that we couldn't even see, you know. But that was an adventure in itself. You know, we stayed there for a little while, and we came back out. You know, to be honest, I was relieved to be back outside. You know, but as I look back on that experience, I can't recall how many of us boys, maybe about 6 or 7 of us on that day. But when you think about it, I mean, none of our parents knew where we were, right? Because we were just out, you know, having fun. But none of our parents knew where we were. And, you know, I never like to dwell on what ifs, but what if one of those boulders, you know, those rocks that was just like balancing on one, what if one of them gave away with our weight on top of it? You know, I thought about it and I said, what if, you know, something like that happened? What if something like that happened and the cave collapsed? There was a collapse down there. I mean, we would have been buried, totally buried down there, and our parents would not have a clue where we were or what might have happened to us. You know, looking back, I'm thinking, oh, that was a dangerous mission that we went on, because no one on the outside knew where we were going. No one on the outside knew where we were, and there we went into that cave with bottle torches, you know, with water, you know, a reservoir of water somewhere underground there that one of us could have fallen in, or maybe all of us. And there we were in that place with nobody on the outside knowing where we were. And I'm thinking, I look back and I said, whoa, man, that was an adventure. That was an adventure, you know? I mean, we could have died down there. The place could have collapsed, and nobody would have a clue about what happened to us. Nobody. But anyway, we live to tell the tale. So we live to tell the tale. So what were some of the things you did as a kid in your village, in your community, growing up? What were some of the, you know, especially around the summer months when you're out of school, right? What were some of the things you got yourself involved in? Where were some of the places you went? Maybe you lived beside a beach, you went swimming. Maybe you lived somewhere that you had to go to hunt for your food. Maybe you had to help your family on the farm. Maybe you had to go to the market with your parents. Maybe you had a lot of chores to keep you busy for the entire summer. Maybe you just played games for the whole summer. What were some of the things that you had to do as a kid around the summer months when you're out of school on the summer holidays, right? Tell me about it. I'd love to hear a little about it. All right? So, like I said before, this is all about childhood memories and, you know, talking about the stuff that we do, that I did growing up as a kid. And if these are the kind of videos you like, and if you want to hear more, why don't you hit the subscribe button? If you like this video, hit the like button also, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like this video, hit the thumbs up button twice. But nevertheless, I love to hear from you, all right? So anyway, this is Memory Lane. And like I said, if you can't be good, be careful, okay? Take care of yourself.